Cable subscribers are cutting their cords at an accelerated pace. That's according to some recent research. They've been turning to online and streaming video. So joining us now to talk about this trend and what it means for cable television, satellite television, and everybody else out there. You know him. He's Brett Molina over at USA Today, joining us from our nation's capital. So Brett, as consumers cut their cable cords, they're turning to the internet to watch TV shows and movies. These are like battle lines being drawn. There are companies that are going to be losers and winners here. Who are they and why?
Well, I think the big winners are going to be a lot of the channels that have already jumped ahead and started offering these standalone services digitally, like HBO and even some of the networks like CBS, where they're trying to step ahead and offer that digital option for a lot of consumers that don't ever plan on subscribing to cable. I think the big losers really are just the companies that really aren't getting on top of offering those digital options, and if they continue to stay with this traditional TV plan, I think that's going to be a really big problem. And I think you're going to see, because this trend, it's not changing. We're seeing a lot more people making that jump and going all digital instead of going for that traditional cable package.
All right, so Brett, what do cable, broadcast, cable, at least distribution companies like the Comcasts of the world and whatnot, what do they have to do? What do cable networks have to do? The content providers out there, what do all of them have to do to stay relevant in this kind of environment?
I think for the cable companies, I think it just is going to come down to competitive pricing, but I think also just more options for users. A lot of people aren't just watching programs on their televisions; they're on their smartphones, they're on their tablets, they're watching TV in a lot of different ways, and I think that the more options that cable companies can offer consumers to consume that content, I think they'll be better off. But then also, I mean, a big reason cord cutting is so popular is because it's cheaper in a lot of cases. People are saving money by scrapping a cable TV plan and opting for just Netflix and Hulu and just a handful of services. So I think once they can start offering just packages that are much more attractive financially, I think then they're going to start to maybe see consumers rethink some of these digital options.
All right, so this brings us to another point here. You've got another notable trend, and that's the growing number of people, as demographics take hold, as generations take hold. There are a growing number of people who have never had cable before. So why do you think this is? Why are younger generations not opting sometimes to get cable? And what do you think this says about the future of the cable television or cable broadcast business?
Well, a lot of this younger generation has grown up with a lot of video on the internet and easy access to the programming they want right away, whether you have Netflix or Hulu or even YouTube. YouTube is hugely popular and it's free. A lot of the content that you can watch on YouTube, you don't have to pay for. And I know a lot of younger people that rely a lot on YouTube for their programming. And I think they've grown up with so many different versions of content available out there online that they don't really need to rely on TV for that kind of stuff. And it's going to be really interesting to watch because, a lot of younger people are consuming stuff through smartphones and tablets. They really aren't sitting in front of a TV most of the time. So it's going to be interesting to see how a lot of these channels quickly adapt to that. We've seen networks like HBO jump already and offer services like HBO Now and Go, but it'll be interesting to see how quickly a lot of channels adapt to that and start offering a lot more to this younger generation that's just used to getting everything online and easily available.
Well, Brett, it sounds like we're probably in the early innings, early stages of this whole video concept going forward. It'll be, of course, interesting to see what happens with all of these content and distribution providers going forward. Brett, thank you so much for joining us. That's Brett Molina over at USA Today. And thanks for watching. I'm Dominic Chu. Have a great day.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Dowdy from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.